Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Your Dry Delight. And this is probably the end. I'm just gonna open it up. I don't think there's any. Yeah, no, there's no choices for this. I don't think. So that's fine. So we were at the end. So we've done both Leslie and Meyer's routes technically and gotten that, and now we're getting to the point where we're meeting at the hotel, all three of us. So hoping I get my man harem is all I'm saying. So this is probably the last part. I'm not expecting it to go the normal length, but I guess we'll see. Hopefully it's not super short because I would feel really bad if it's like 10 minutes. But um, anyway, here we are. So anyway. I hope this isn't the part where we get shot by a sniper through the window. The restaurant across the street wouldn't let my man inside, unfortunately. Ah, what a relief. And the three of us stroll into the hotel room, still followed by the tense air from earlier. It's literally just the throw gun, guys. Is it just me, or is anybody else like, this is gonna get naughty? It's my hopes, but again, I don't want to read it. Meyer and Leslie have been constantly bantering on the way here, but I can't tell if it's genuine snideness or the playful kind. Well, and no point in wasting any time, eh? Let's hear your proposal, Eastman. We're listening. Of course. I'm sure both of you are exceptionally busy men. We shift into a fairly close circle, close enough that we don't risk our voices carrying too far. Leslie stands nearer to my side than Meyer, almost protective in his stance. I don't know what he thinks he can do. If worst came to worst, I guess I could pick him up and use him as a battering ram. I'm assuming that this kind of ending doesn't change depending on whose route you ended on. Because you know what I mean? That little last scene before this was a little bit different when we were in Meyer's route, like setting up to get to this point, than it was in Leslie's setting up to get to this point. But I'm assuming that this doesn't have any reflection, so it's not going to reference one or the other because it would be weird, you know? So, anyway. Um, I assume you're already aware of my influence in our city and the control I have over a large amount of business. But I'm not without competition. There are a number of smaller, persistent groups that, while less organized, are still significant. And as a result of my extensive network, I'm very familiar with the movements of these various outfits and their leaders across Cleveland. In English, that means you know what the other gangs are up to, right? Precisely, Richter. I love his winking at us all. He winks at me almost imperceptibly. Imperceptibly. God, wow. I can't. Okay, anyway. You know I can't read. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like I've finally been let in on some inside joke. I propose that I offer a steady stream of that information to you. More than enough to fill reports for the FBI, surely at least for the time being. You'll discover a new warehouse to raid every other week, one that coincidentally belongs to a different organization than my own. Funny thing how coincidences like that happen. Leslie quips dryly, glancing between Meyer and me. His gaze stays locked with mine for several seconds, one eyebrow raised in a what do you make of this so far kind of way. So what would you be wanting in exchange? A level of discretion on your part that will allow me to carry on with my business. Meyer murmurs his terms rather naturally, blowing on his nails and polishing them nonchalantly on his collar. I'll see to it that my men keep their noses clean. After all, I'm interested in providing alcohol to customers, not filling the streets with the bodies of my enemies. Very poetic. There's certainly more where that came from. He doesn't make eye contact. He doesn't even make eye contact, innocently gazing in another direction, but his tone is teasing enough to get the message across. Leslie narrows his eyes a little at Meyer. Is he trying to read him, or has he already made up his mind? Believe me, I don't doubt that a part of this conflicts with your senses of justice as detectives, After speaking with Richter, I wouldn't expect anything less. But you're both logical, practical men. I try to view the situation through a more objective lens. There's a short pause, but an important one. My mind flashes back to my conversation with Leslie, our doubts and guilt over what we're doing. If you took me to jail right now, and by some miracle managed to convict me, someone else will only step up to take my place. This war on liquor will never really end. It should never have existed to begin with. All it succeeded in doing was creating a different sort of industry, a more dangerous one. With all that in mind, his dark green eyes flick from me to Leslie and back to me. Why not compromise and make your employers happy in exchange for making the American people happy? Once he finishes speaking, a longer silence falls over the room. Leslie rubs at his shoulder with one hand, staring at the floor with a deep, brooding expression, and I fall into my own complicated thoughts. I've always wanted to control crime, uphold the law, and fall asleep with a clean conscience every night. Wow, I just mumbled that. When it comes to prohibition, that same question keeps resurfacing in my head. Is enforcing this law really the right thing to do? Should we follow federal orders like mindless slaves, or should we make our own judgments in cases like this? I steal a glance up at Meyer. He returns my gaze with a gentle, calm smile, eyes glimmering curiously. Richter... Leslie turns to face me, his features carefully composed in an unusually neutral mask. Any thoughts? Deciding to let my apparently crippling honesty speak for me, I take a deep breath. I don't think prohibition is meant to last. I take pride in my job, but I get nothing out of enforcing Volstead's middle finger to America. Snatching away hooch just to suit the Fed's fancy, that doesn't sit right with me. And as for Meyer, I think he's right, boss. With him or without him, the liquor business here will keep going. And I'd rather someone like Meyer run it than some crew out for blood as much as profit. Plus, I think he's pretty, and I want to make love to him. Also, you too, boss. Spacey just wants a goddamn man harem. Is that too much to ask? And this is fine. I get two bro. That's cool. I'm fine with that. That's close enough. Leslie chews on his lip. He's wavering on the brink of deciding something, but I can't tell which way he's leaning. Whatever decision you make, boss, I'll stand behind it. You can count on that. I know, Richter. And that's why you're my partner. In more ways than one. After a lengthy pause, Leslie finally breaks into a faint smile, turning his gaze from me to Meyer. Listen, I can't promise a deal will hold forever, Meyer. And there's always a risk that someone will find out, or we'll get moved onto a different case. I'm well aware. So few good things last forever. But that's more of a reason to enjoy them while they last, isn't it? Heh, I'll drink to that all right. He suddenly takes a deep, sharp breath, eyes flashing. Damn, it sure feels good to spit in Volstead's eye, that son of a bitch. And grabs Meyer's hand firmly, shaking it with pure determination. Seal it with a kiss, though. There's a lot of things wrong with me, and this is one of them. I don't know if this is wrong or right. If it's wrong, I don't want to be right. Anyway. In fact, he seems so convicted that I have to wonder how hard the decision really was for him. He wasn't just pausing for dramatic effect back then, was he? You know, my sister got married last week, and the reception was completely dry. Not a drop of booze in sight. What the fuck is the point of getting married then? It's supposed to be so you have a big liquor party. Anyway. Have you ever had to sit through 15 wedding speeches completely sober? I've never prayed so hard for the rapture in my life. As his hand is pumped up and down by an enthusiastic Leslie, Meyer breaks into delighted laughter. Maybe the first time I've ever heard him be so loud. Whether it's from amusement or relief, though, I can't really tell. Well, this is a cause for celebration, gentlemen. Wouldn't you agree? Meyer steps over to the door, lightly knocking 4 times. A few seconds later, it opens slightly, and someone discreetly hands him a bottle and several wine glasses. Is that... You had them bring it here? Wasn't that a bit presumptuous? Oh. We go get drunk and screw. Probably not. Probably nothing like that is going to happen, and it's just going to leave it open to interpretation. And I'm okay with that, because I'm going to interpret this as now, like, a trio. We're a thruple now. That's what we is, and I'm okay with this. I only make bets I'm confident in. I have a feeling we're going to get along just fine. And they exchange playful glances. Oh god, this is... And then their eyes slide over to me. Why do I suddenly feel like a rabbit spotted by a pair of lions? Oh, you're their meat. Oh, I love it. Hey, what are you... Before I know it... Oh. The other 2 have taken my arms, pulling me over to the foot of the bed. Like they're operating on some new unspoken pact, they sandwich me between them before I can even finish my protest. Shall we toast to the success of our new partnership? I don't mind if I do. You're a true gentleman after all, Meyer. Leslie holds out his glass, and Meyer casually reaches over me to pour. Like, this is it. But, like, you're like, I want so much more. I don't want to read it, but I want it. Anyway. And, of course, we shouldn't forget the wonderful little detective who brought us together, should we? Well, it's really nothing. I humbly nominate him as our ambassador, the key component to making sure our arrangement runs smoothly. And that's actually not a bad idea. He can't tell a lie to save his life, so it's better for him than undercover work, that's for sure. What the heck? I didn't agree to this, did I? Hello? Agree. Richter, please. You are merely continuing the role you already have. You heard the man, Richter. Ambassador is a great-sounding title, too. I'm jealous. Very funny. You fellas, you're a real riot. The wine was poured, and then the kisses were shared. And that's okay. Anyway. As I grumble to myself, watching the deep ruby liquid flow into Leslie's glass, my mind begins to picture how many other deals like this will take place while Prohibition goes on. You think there's a lot of, like, gay thruples going on during Prohibition? I mean, maybe. Okay. Sounds like a grand time. It's already changed our country forever. Changed us as Americans forever. Though I doubt we'll understand the full scale of it for many, many years. But when I think about all the detectives and officers who'll one day reach the same conclusion as us, I have to wonder, just how much longer will this dry America last? I think it's perfectly fair to keep him 4 days a week with me. 4 days? You greedy bastard, trying to monopolize him, eh? Or are they just sharing me? I'm okay with this too. Then I don't have to get jealous. Look, 3 for Leslie, 3 for Meyer, and 1 day to myself. 2 for Leslie, 2 for Meyer, 3 days to myself. I tuned back into a good-natured argument. One that seems to be about... What if we share him for 1 day? Surely a reasonable man like yourself would agree to that, Leslie. Sharing him for a day, eh? You know, I think that can be arranged. What the hell kind of conversation are you? The good kind. Shh. Look! And then he's like, what are you? Oh, I love it. Spacey finally got her man harem, god damn it! I had to be a man to get it, and I'm okay with that. Because the little gay man inside of me is happy with this, but I got my man harem, bitches! Ugh! Hallelujah, Jesus, it's about time! Never mind. Oh. Literally, like... Is that the end? It really is. So it was only 50 minutes, so I'm sorry. This is an extremely, extremely short part. we'll let the credits go through and everything. Well, I loved this so much. It was short, and I think that's a lot. That's the only thing I think people ever said negative is like it's so short because it's so good. But you know what? I don't mind short games because I don't know, sometimes they go a little bit faster and they're really good and you don't ever get that, oh my god, I'm slogging through the route. A little bit longer maybe, but like I'm happy with it. Like it was a lot of fun. It was never going to get boring because it's short. But yeah. Uh You're welcome. I had fun. Thank you for making this game. Thank you for being a friend. Giving me my man harem, huh? It's a little slightly implied, lightly implied. It's not like, but it's implied, and I'm happy with it. I got my man harem. Huh? Everybody remember this day. Remember where you were when Spacey got her man harem. Oh. So like we got all of our gallery things. So like what's this? Oh, it's the opening okay. I was like OP is like the opening. Okay, I was like what is that? And then that's the okay, I'm not smart. All right, lovely. We'll go through our CG gallery. The music is fucking great too, by the way. This has been a trip and a half, and I enjoyed very much of it. I love this. Do you love this? I love this. I'm having fun with the music. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I really can't. I just want to leave this on as background while I'm doing shit around my house. Like, I don't have anything else to say. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and we'll be playing their other games, obviously, in the future at some point. Probably going to wait for the winter sale to try to get the rest of them and everything. And I mean, I don't know which one we're going to play next or anything. I've got a ton of fucking games that we can, like, play and stuff, so. But I figured we'd play this one first because it was free, so why not? Everyone's happy. It's beautiful. Oh, I love it. So, yeah, that was... I'm sorry that it's short. It's only, like, 18 minutes or so we're under 20. But it is what it is, and, you know, we kind of knew that would be the case. It probably would have been a little bit longer if we had stopped a little bit, because I think some of them were, like, a little over an hour. If I had stopped at, like, the 15-minute mark and been like, okay, we'll just cut it a little short, then this one probably would have gone a little bit longer, and it would have been a little more even. But, yeah, like, not quite 4 hours of gameplay with me rambling, but, because some of the parts, between 3.5 and 4 hours, that's not bad. It was fun. I like this. So I'm glad that I accidentally tripped over their newest game that's coming out. Actually, I think it just came out. So that I could, like, browse. I'm like, let me check out their other games. And then I'm like, there's like 4 or 5 of them, and what the hell? So that's like Steam, though. It doesn't... I think because they're not tagged as Otome games, because technically this wouldn't be an Otome game, because Otome is basically like, you're a female MC and you're romancing men. That's like, technically. But still, I mean, I guess... Even visual novels, I don't usually search just visual novels because a lot of random stuff comes up. And there's a lot of things that are tagged as visual novels, which are basically like RPG games. They're like, oh, they have some visual novel aspects, but then you're doing battle things. And I don't play those games because I suck at that shit. So I just want straight up visual novels, but I want the romancy ones. And then sometimes romance doesn't work. So, I mean, I guess it's just, although technically their other games do have a female MC, maybe not all of them, I don't know. I know at least one of them does, I think. But, so like, but none of them have ever come up. So I'm kind of disappointed with Steam in that respect. But, you know, that's Steam, that's not. So I'm happy that I found these little gems, and we'll be playing more, because I really enjoyed this, and I think the writing was good, and the characters are fun, and the artwork's nice, and, you know, like, just... Plus, I mean, the 1920s jazz shit. Plus, is gay, and I dig that. And I got my man harem. That's the most important part of this to me. I didn't know it was gonna happen, but I started suspecting. But I'm really glad it happened. So again, I was gonna play it whether I was gonna get my man harem or not and enjoy it, but yeah. So I had fun. I hope you had fun. And I'll see you around in other games. We still have Norn 9 going on. And we still have Men of Yosha War Kikuya going on. And I don't know, we'll see how far I can get ahead of those. I'm actually really behind on Norn 9, to be dead honest with you. It will pick up a third game. I don't know if we will. Maybe I'll try to get ahead, but things are going to be a little tough over the next month. Just because I'm trying to plan some stuff. I mean, I know it's only September, but I gotta make sure I plan ahead for October, because I might take a couple of long weekends, and if I do, then I don't want to have too much stuff to have to record in advance or leave you guys hanging and be like, no games. I know you guys would understand if I did that, but I do like to have things prepared for you, and as you know, if you even look at the channel, we got several things that go up a day. It's a lot of sim stuff. It's a lot of Otome stuff. I have cut down a lot. We don't have the 3 Otome games going up a day, because that's just, I can't handle that. So, but yeah, so I want to make sure that I get ahead so that you guys aren't missing out on content and everything. So I don't know if we'll be able to feasibly continue with throwing in 3 games like this, but I knew this was going to be short. I recorded this, obviously, over, is it Labor Day? Is that what Labor Day was? I think it's right now. I'm recording this right now. I think it's Labor Day. I don't know. I don't know holidays. I got a day off of work. I don't give a shit why. I mean, I'm recording it over the weekend because the holiday weekend. So I recorded all of this except for this part last night. I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning doing this. Like, you know, in the last part I was yawning. So I wanted to make sure it got out. I know I didn't post it till Thursday, but I didn't want to, like, post it at weird time. I wanted to post at the same time, and unfortunately we had other things that go up at 2:30 on random days as one-offs, so that's kind of why I waited a little bit longer to post it. But yeah, so I knew it was going to take like 4 hours out of my day. We were okay with stuff, so, you know, it wasn't too bad. I figured, you know, based on people's time, so figured we could do it. It's a little one-off. It's short. I like it. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it again. But yeah, so I will see you guys around in other things. Remember to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.